Hello everyone, to the video here by the Legend, and I have a tips and tricks guide for you guys here today. We'll be talking to you guys about laning phase, some things to help you with, outside of laning phase. I'll talk a little bit about the build, a little about the masteries and runes, how it affects your laning phase and whatnot. I do have a build, mastery, and rune guide that I created for Gangplank. It's the video right before this. I'll even put a link in the description if you don't want to go look at my channel. But it's right there. It's really easy, and just check it out. It'll help. It'll help. So now we're gonna talk about laning phase. Laning phase for Gangplank isn't the best, but it is not that bad. If you know how to play it, if you know how to land your barrels, like you see here, I just go in, and you know how to estimate your damage, and you just get solo kills really easy in lane. Gangplank is extremely strong right now, even though he's been gutted about 2 or 3 times from his original state. He is not that bad. He's a really good champion. Now, knowing that, you have to take it easy in lane. Take your time in lane. Don't just because that you get a good trade or you do this right or you have wards. Don't get cocky because Gangplank will get blown up. He will get ganked. He will get outscaled in some cases. He will get just what is the word again? He'll get snowballed on, and you don't want that at all. You just don't want that. So as you see right here, I get a little ballsy. I'm thinking I'm the hot shit, and I die. Estimating your damage comes with time. Certain things with this champ comes with time. You have to realize that, everything with Gangplank isn't quick. You have to take your time with the champ. If you don't take your time, I'm really stressing this, you will lose out a lot, and you will end up feeding a lot. You will end up making a lot of mistakes. If you take your time, if you have to sit back and queue the wave to get minion CS, do that. Make sure you rush CDR. I'll go on my build. It's all in my build guide. To rush first. When you get your Sheen first, or your CDR boots first, or your Nash's tooth, Nash's, your Stinger first, and whatever you're building first, you're queuing those minions. Take your time. Don't rush it. Outside of laning phase, really, that's all. It's all about landing barrels and know how to rotate from top lane, bot lane, mid lane to, to a team fight. Knowing when you can team fight is very, it's actually very hard because you can land a barrel ult, but doesn't mean you'll actually win the team fight. Sometimes that will do a lot of damage, but knowing when you can actually win a team fight with your team is very difficult in general, but is very difficult in Gangplank because you have to have good damage estimation and understand that, like, okay, if I land this barrel, that I'll actually pretty much kill everyone. That's how you have to play him. You have to have the mentality of, I can practically kill everyone with a barrel ult, and if I can't, I'm going to sit in the side lane, have my team sit under a tower, and if the enemy team engages, just ult them, and it's a wrap. Knowing when to rotate your lanes, knowing when to come back, and actually, team fight is it's harder than you think. So going past that, just make sure you know when to rotate, or just watch me play either on stream, or if you guys want me to put up videos of me playing Gangplank, or I don't know if there's any other way I could show you when to rotate other than watching me stream, or just asking me questions, I guess, on stream. I don't know what else I could do to show you, but rotating back and forth from lanes, knowing that you have ult, knowing you have upgraded ult with the 150% true damage cannonball, or the other upgrade allows your just ult to last longer. Just having those and knowing that your team's gonna sit under a tower is the best way to play the split pushing. Split pushing Gangplank is not a bad idea. Going on from that, little tips and stuff that I learned from Gangplank, and just things I learned. Barrel placement, very important. One thing you see me here doing a lot is just leaving a barrel. You can use your barrels in lane to zone, especially if you have the advantage. If you have the advantage in lane, you could use your barrels. You could put them behind you. What I like to do a lot is put them to prevent ganks. If I don't know where the jungler is, I like to put the barrel behind me. Even if I do know, especially this is for lanes that you can get dived on, like Trendemir can just run up on you. Who else? Echo, Cannon, Renekton, Fiora, all those people that could jump on you. I like to put a barrel, if you haven't seen from the gameplay here, a barrel behind me. So if they try to jump on me, I could auto Q, hit the barrel, and run away, get the movement speed. Little things like that will help you get through laning phase even easier. Another thing about barrel placement, put it in bushes. You know, if you put your barrel in a bush and then you throw the other barrel in front of them, they won't know. They'll only see that one barrel. They're like, oh, what is that? He's gonna do a barrel combo. Then they go in and you shoot your barrel from the bush and it blows them up, and you can engage or do whatever you want. That's another thing. Another thing about barrel placement is the fact that, you know, when it comes down to team fights, a lot of people get disoriented on Gangplank when it comes to team fighting. Understanding like when to throw barrels or just throwing clean barrel combos in a team fight, very important. Thing is, in low elo especially, people don't remember to hit your barrels in team fights. So before team fight they might, after they might, but during, they're so confused and so just disoriented because, you know, they're not really as good at the game yet, that they'll just throw their hands up, hit whoever else, and forget about your barrels, and you'll pretty much get free barrels off all the time. So remembering that is a good thing. See here, I didn't know where the jungler was, so I stayed back. Like little, even this is not, it has nothing to do with Gangplank, but understanding if you don't know where the jungler is, especially if it's a super aggro, and at this point I think at least was 6-1, super aggro jungler, super aggro playstyle, and you know they're just, you don't know where they are, play safe. Another thing about Gangplank, if you don't know where the jungler is, play safe. You will get killed almost all the time if you don't understand where the jungler is. So, keeping that in mind, you should do okay with that. Another thing about Gangplank, let me see if I could think of anything else. Other than that, is as long as you understand your laning phase, you don't, get overzealous. You make sure you build correctly. I do have a guide on that. You make sure you take the right runes. I do have a guide on that. If you have a bad matchup, just cue the wave, stay back, make sure you ward up, make sure you don't get dove. Everything else mechanically, barrel placement takes time. If you guys want me to make a video specifically on that, I can. Just barrel placement takes time, especially when it comes down to team fights. It gets a little disorienting, but if you get it down, you will win a lot of games, like me. Or you can just come watch a stream and you could see everything I do in action and see everything. If I'm not explaining something, I can explain it on stream, or I could even show you on stream while I'm playing. It's just how it is. Anything else about Gangplank? There's not really much else. As long as you're building properly, you're farming well, you're not getting ganked, you're not getting dove or killed constantly in lane, you should almost always do well. Like, I'm always doing well in Gangplank. If I didn't die a bunch of times early game, I place myself well and I just win the game. This game I actually won. I just played. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more gameplay of me playing Gangplank, come to the stream. It's in the link below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace out.